Good afternoon and welcome to a roll dig with me. We'll let a couple people get in and we'll search a couple of these rolls I got up here. And we will go from there. We got somebody coming in. There's Kevin Hawthorne. Welcome to the show, Kevin. Hope all is going well. See what we got here. We will open the first roll up. See what we get. Nanostacks, welcome. No reveal show tonight for those that are wondering. I still got a lot of stuff I'm getting done around here. And I got a late start. Ken of mine, welcome. Hope all is well. So we figured I'd just get on a roll dig. I am going to try and get you guys some content this week. It'll probably be stuff like this. Just looking through some rolls. Might do some attributing in photography. I have to figure that out on how to do it though. Chuck is going to be out of town until, well, let me see. I think he said the 17th. Yeah, the 17th. Him and his wife are doing some traveling. I do think he is still going to be within, let's see what this was. That goes here. For anybody that needs anything. How is everybody's weekend? I had a wonderful weekend. Got a lot done. Found some cool stuff on Frosty's stream. Hopefully we find cool stuff on this stream. These should be much of the same as what we were looking for. Great weekend. That's great to hear. I got a bunch done, yard work, trimming trees, trying to get everything ready so when they bulldoze my front yard I can not have to worry about that stuff for a while. Richard Sappington, welcome. That's RPM 108. So these rolls got the same stuff in it that the last roll did not have 100. It had DDO number 3 and 108. So I am going to make a tag up here. Separate that. Maybe we'll give a couple of those away if I find enough. Watched a lot of football and relaxed. You know, I didn't watch any football. But it's not out of the realm to say that I relaxed. I definitely relaxed. All right, IT. I'll get you some stuff out too. Waiting on a package from Chuck. It's supposed to arrive today. And then I got stuff going to you. Actually, I think I've got all your stuff ready. If not, it'll be in the next day or two. But I'm selling no reveals today. The next reveal show has been scheduled for October 6th. I will be selling reveals on October 6th. I do not think Chuck will be. As far as I know, he will be out of town with family and friends. So we will resume normalcy next week. All right, there's a different RPM. Let's see what we got here. You are very welcome, IT. I understand stuff happens. We are looking right here in the upper serif and right there in the bottom serif. So let me get my sheet up here. We'll see what we got here. I do not think this is 118. Something tells me it's in the 200s if my memory is right. Yeah, maybe it is. It is, in fact, look at some reverse markers. Is in fact 118. So we will put this on a card that says 118. Everything back in focus. Anybody got any good finds lately? Of course, you guys know I do. Alex, welcome. Not me, ah. Do you search a lot of coins, Nana? I haven't gotten to search. Like I said, I've literally searched 4 rolls, and everybody that's here has probably been with me while I searched them, which is cool. Besides a few 24, you know, I still have not seen any 20. I haven't seen 2024 cents by me yet. If I go to the bank and get solid date roll, there's still 2022 and 2023. Well, struck through on that one. $53 FS501. All right, that's a good one. That is one of my favorite RPMs. Rithy, how are you? Reminder to everybody, no roll reveal show tonight. We'll be restarting that up next week. I hope to get everybody's packages all out before then. Actually, I should have. I only have about 800 coins here. So I mailed a bunch today, and I've got a bunch ready to go out tomorrow. There's a 1mm 118. So not a lot in this roll. Pardon me. I do plan to do probably another one or two of these during this week. Just hang out, talk, see what is going on with everybody. Uh-oh, got my small dog PETA is doing a Sherman imitation. Don't know if you guys can hear her, but she is sound asleep. Any good finds, Rithy? I know you searched some coins. I always ask everybody what they got. Some die cracks on the forehead on this coin. This is one I don't remember seeing. Get my junk bag here, put the selling spots on. You know, I might do another couple rolls of these. I got, like I said, well over 300 rolls. These are just to kind of see what is in some of them. After finding what we found, I for sure, the problem is they're all mixed up. And knowing the story behind them, it always makes you wonder, because I know that somebody else got half of these rolls. If they found the same thing I found. But I don't know who it is. So yes, we will probably be doing some more of these 60D rolls coming up. $2024D with a die crack and chip on the right side of the seal. Nice. These are pretty good. And you know, when I got these, Alex, I actually searched like one roll. And the one roll was mixed, and it had, I want to say it was this roll, one of these right here. It had these 108 and 118 in it. And then I never looked at them. I looked at one other roll, and it was all large date, and it was like RPM number 2. And then I looked at another roll that was just like some other minor split serif RPM. So I never really paid much attention until, like I say, until I grabbed them the one day. And of course, once you find something like that in a roll, you start looking at a little bit more to try and get some data. And so basically that's what I've been doing. I could, well, you know, if you saw how many rolls I have, Alex, it's a problem. It's almost an addiction. Here's a 118. I literally have 30 or 40,000 rolls. The last time I counted, it was under 30,000, but I've bought a lot since then. I know that I have a bed frame made out of penny boxes, and that's part of the issue. Some of these boxes of these rolls are part of that bed frame. So I've got to tear a bed apart to actually get to it. I can pluck boxes out of the side, but I can't pluck boxes out of the middle without disassembling the bed. "25 years of buying rolls." See, back when I started buying these penny rolls, the coin shops didn't even want them. And that's how I ended up getting the contacts to get a lot of this stuff. Was they would just let me buy all the junk, nickels and pennies, all struck through. And they just wanted to make a little bit, 10% or whatever off of it. So they were literally nothing. I think they were paying, a lot of them were like 55, 65 cents a roll. And it's apparent from what I'm finding that it is probably true about the story that I got about these rolls. Because the rolls from different banks do have coins that are in the other roll, but not all of them. What did I do with that baggie? There we go. Let me get these out. We'll open another roll. Bust through that. A reminder, no reveal show tonight. Reveal show will start again October 6th. Hey, it's a good thing to become addicted to, Alex. We will do the Bank of America roll next, and it has a large date on the end. Oh yeah, I agree. I love going. You should start hitting some of the big coin shows. Very cool. A large date. So we will see if all these are all large date rolls, and it's very possible. Some of the rolls that I have searched have been all large date. There is an RPM, and it's a pretty nice one. See what we got for this one. You can see it right here. Also see the serif. I probably got a lower serif. I didn't even get that far. Yep. So we will see what this is. There is no way that this is a new one. Let me look at Variety Vista, see if that'll help me. D over D over D, is that it? No? Nope. It does look like it is a D over D over D. Not that one. It's close though. Wow, I'm thinking this might not be listed at this point, which is kind of hard for me to grasp, but it shouldn't be. It looks like you can see it a little bit right here too. Alright, it is not listed here, so let me look at the Wexler photos I have. Just what I needed, more work to do. Well, it seems this is not one that I have a Wexler picture to match it to. Oh, no, yeah. Let me look. 21? No. Yep, don't see it, so we'll put it aside. Coin Junkie, we were just talking about you. I was wondering, serifs and yeah, the front top of the D for sure. No, we were wondering where you have been. We haven't seen you lately. Oh, cool. I like beehives. Yeah, but we will do some of these rolls come in the next few weeks coming up. Is that it? That's a different one. It is an RPM. Split serif. You can see it right here, here, and on the back of the vertical. So we will see what we can get off of this. This is one that I will head to the back. This die scratch should make it something that will make it kind of easy to find. I shouldn't say easy. Split serif RPMs tend to never be easy. It's a little south. I'm not going to bite on that one, but it's close. far north. I'll do a quick whip through the Wexler files I have. Doesn't look like I'm going to find it. Nope, so we'll check here. I'm just whipping through real fast. Don't want to spend a lot of time. Nothing I see. So another McRandom RPM. And another McRandom RPM. And I'm just going to put the split serif ones in a little pile and do what I say I don't want to do anymore. Do plan on working on them a little bit, but I don't want to do it during the broadcast. Maybe I'll do a whole nother broadcast of just attribution. Jim Fletcher, greetings. Hope all is well. No, these are bank wrapped rolls, Coin Junkie. I got like a few hundred of them, but I'm going to do a California bank. Oh, there's two California banks. I'll do another LA branch roll. We found RPM 100 yesterday. We found it in our reveal a couple weeks ago. We found one. So everybody's digging at the bit to get into another one. Dan McCumber, welcome. So basically, I'm just toying around with some rolls in this batch because I got over 300 of them. That looks like it could be an RPM. It is. And it's yet a different one. So the fourth little minor one, well, the one's not so minor. The one is a D over D north and tilted. This is the second one that we looked at. This big die scratch. So we're getting a couple of these. And there's another one. This is a nice one. That is the D over D over D. We found, yeah, I found two of them yesterday on Frostbite's channel. I might grab one of those rolls and do that after this roll. We found DDO number 3, a lot of those too. 12, number 12. I didn't even look at number 12. Let's see. I got no problem looking at number 12. See, I typed in D over D north and it didn't come up, so it could be. It is not 12, but it is a D over D north and rotated. I just don't see it. almost looks like 25, but it is not 25. And welcome to the show. For those wondering, no reveal show tonight. We will resume the reveal shows next week. I do believe it'll just be me next week, though. Chuck is going on vacation. Well deserved. I know that he has been just working feverishly on the website and other things. So there's another one of those. That's a beaut. That is a beaut. Matter of fact, I am going to make sure I actually put these all in one little pile now. What did I do with that one? There's that one. There's that one. All right, there, got those separated. Seen that die before. That's an easy one to pick out. That's a split lower serif. That is another split lower serif, but a different one. There's 3 different split lower serifs in this roll. I'm going to spend more time figuring those out. Probably, maybe I'll come and do a show where I just attribute stuff. That might be a decent show. Grab a drink, wet my whistle real quick. Yeah, I haven't had much of a opportunity to search stuff either. My wife has kept me extremely busy. The last week. I didn't even get started on my office literally till yesterday. She had me running like crazy. another minor one, and that one I do recognize. I know that one is listed. I can tell by one of the die scratches on it. There's another one of those. That, you know, that's a nice RPM. So we've got a stack of about 10 minor RPMs, and then those 4 of the D over D over D north. This is an easy one to know that it's nothing. That's a die scratch. I know there's nothing on it. So lots of little RPMs, nothing real big, but that just proves to me that kind of the backstory on these rolls is correct. Don't recognize that die pair. Crispy, welcome. How are things going with you? Got any good coin finds lately? We will do at least another roll, maybe 2 rolls after this. Nice little RPM there. There's that one. That's just nice. Very cool. Doing okay. No finds lately. That, if it's not already listed, and I can't believe it wouldn't be listed, it's going to be listed. There's another minor one. And I know this one is listed too because I recognize this die scratch right there. It triggers my little memory bank. So almost a half a roll of minor RPMs. Heck, that's another one. All right, that's that roll. Let me grab another one. try one of these. I don't see it. They all have large date on the end, so I'm assuming these are all large date. I shouldn't assume that. But oh well, let's give her a shot. No reveal show tonight, Mark. We'll resume that next Monday. I haven't got enough done yet. I need another week. My wife kept me busy basically until Thursday morning. And I really just got started on my stuff yesterday. So I needed a week to get my office and stuff together. You probably got a package going out tomorrow. I know I sorted your stuff. I think yours is in the packet, the stuff to do tomorrow. I think it's you, Mickey, Kurt, Pierce. Somebody else. I know there's somebody else there. This is not going to be one of those rolls. I don't recognize these die pairs. This was an LA branch roll. Actually, I do recognize that die pair. Wait for a couple of days. All right. I'll wait. Saw an invoice in PayPal. It was T-Rep. I got some stuff here for you. I'll get it all ready and mail it out to you. So you will have a package coming. The coins have been done. So we do have small dates in here. Oh, no worries. I understand things happen. But this has a lot more large date than small date. We are just searching through a couple rolls, Eric. No reveal show tonight. I'm going to pick that up and start that again next week. I've got to get some stuff done. So I'm going to do a couple of these probably throughout the week. That way you guys can get some Coppercoins content in you. Not to mention, I like searching coins, and that was one of my goals, was to search coins. And I actually don't mind searching when other people are watching. We did find a new RPM, which I think is new, right there. D over D over D north and tilted. You can see the split serifs. Then you see this right here. Very nice coin. That's a picture I took. I'm going to send that to Chuck. See, now this has a lot more large dates in the roll than the rolls that we found the DD03, 1D08, and RPM 100 DDO number 1 in. So I would assume that these are rolls that the gentleman picked up 2 weeks after the other rolls. Of course, it is an assumption, but everything I see in these rolls matches his backstory. Well, I should say his grandkids' backstory. Coin forensics, isn't that the truth? And that's ultimately what it is. Trying to find out what's going on, and then when you buy some of these things, some of the time you get some of the best stories. Most of the time you don't get any story. You just get it's going to cost this much money. And I wish I would have bought all of them. There were another, I think it was only about 200 rolls. And he sold them to somebody else. Because he thought that it was going to be too much. And I says, has it ever been too much? Paul Adams, welcome. This roll so far is a dud. See, in some of these die pairs, I remember from those rolls that have the RPM 100 in it. So maybe we'll get lucky. See, this is the only small date die I've seen in this roll so far. Let me clear my little pile. I'm not biting at that. Probably do one more roll after this, and then I'll call it a stream. That's that same one with just that little nick. Yep. You got any good finds lately, Urka? All right, Mark. Hope to see you soon. You have a great day. Only that 72. All right. That was a couple weeks ago, wasn't it? Doug, welcome to the show. For those that haven't heard, no reveal show tonight. Could pick things up again next week. I just didn't have enough time to do basically anything in my office. I literally started working on my office yesterday. My wife had all sorts of things for me to do. Matter of fact, she left 2 days late for her trip because she was helping do stuff. Building a chicken coop. Yeah, I've got that on my to-do list. This should have these scratches. So yeah, it's only one small date die pair in this roll. So this is at the end of the small date dies, which definitely coincides with, as Urka says, the forensics involved in coin roll hunting. These in my so far this roll has had nothing in it. Great book on forest forensics. Ah, all right. This is that really super minor one that I'm not going to play with. Next roll is this roll right here. And then we will call it a stream. I got a rhythm going. I'm making my chair squeak. So you got your own place to live, or are you staying at the same place, Eric? If you're building a chicken coop, I would assume you got yourself a place. How big of a coop and how many chickens you getting? We are only allowed to have 4 in the city I live in. And there's a lot of rules for the coop. My yard is just big enough to have a chicken coop where it doesn't interfere with people living in their house. All right, we will open this roll up. Let's see what we got. This is large date. Large date. All right. 12 chickens and 3 ducks. Is she going to move down there with you, or? There's an RPM, different one. I'm going to put it in the minor to do pile. I actually think I know that's listed. I can tell by that die scratch on top of the 6. And I think that's listed because I think I just did this. I did one of these rolls and I think it had that exact die pair in it. See if this has RPM 82 in it also. That's why I'm seeing these and recognizing the die pairs. A reminder again, no reveal show. And I think Chuck is not going to be doing much until the 17th. I think he does owe a couple reveals out still. I'm sure those will come up eventually. I know he's going out of town with his wife, so that is what I know. But I do know that he said he will be back. Heck, I know that with 4 chickens, my daughter had 12, and she had so many eggs that all her and everybody in her neighborhood had eggs. But I know that we have a friend that has 4, and they have more eggs than they can use also. You know, I've heard that, Eric, and I heard that they have like two good years, and then it starts slowing down, but they can live a long time and lay a long time. That is one of our RPMs. Yeah. I love eggs, but I don't eat that many. Six to 12. That's a lot of eggs. That was the deal my wife made. That's another one of them with me was I just got to build the coop, but I don't have to take care of it after that. We will see. That's like feeding the cats and dogs. Oh, we'll get dog and I'll take care of them. And it seems like that's all I do is feed cats and dogs. But I don't mind. They're my babies. I always play the tough guy and say, no, we can't do this and we can't do that. And then lo and behold, we do. Eggs are supreme, source of protein. God, I remember my dad when he was bodybuilding. He was a weight trainer and all that. He would drink 3 raw eggs in the morning. Steak, you know, me and Chuck were talking about that. He says, I went to the store and tried to buy 2 steaks or 3 steaks, and it was almost $60. Yeah, I don't eat steak anymore. That's too rich for my blood. The thing with steak is you can go out. There's another one of those. There's a bunch of these in there. You can go out and get steak cooked and served to you for about half the price of buying a steak and cooking it yourself. And I'm sure the quality is better that you get from the meat market, but boiled egg sandwich. You know, my wife is egg salad. I love egg salad. I think I am going to go out to eat today. I have been being such a good husband while my wife has been gone. Usually she's gone and I go to happy hour and I go get a burger at the bar and I go do other things and go out to eat. I have not ate out one time yet. I have cooked dinner and I've been cooking all the stuff that my wife don't like to eat. I had sauerkraut and sausage yesterday. All sorts of good stuff. Made tom yum soup and Thai food about 3 or 4 days ago. Mexican food. I haven't had a steak. I'm not a big steak eater just because I'm cheap. I do eat a lot of chicken and I eat a lot of pork loin. And that is it. Heck, this was only an hour and 15 minutes or so. That ain't bad. Hour and 30 minutes. All right. Roger, welcome to the show. For those that haven't heard, no reveal show tonight. The reveal show picks up again next week. I will be on doing some of this stuff throughout the week. Love spending time with you guys, and a pork butt tonight. Nothing wrong with that, Dan. I love pork butt and then made pulled pork out of it. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go have a pulled pork sandwich for dinner tonight. I think I'm actually going to the local barbecue joint. They do have chicken wings on sale, and it's not great barbecue, but it's good. But the chicken wings, it's like, I think it's 50-cent chicken wings or 60-cent chicken wings. And they're smoked, but then they deep fry them and sauce them afterwards. And from a barbecue standpoint, or their food is good, but not great. But from a chicken wing experience, it's a great chicken wing experience. So that's what I think. I think I'm going to go get me a dozen chicken wings and have chicken wings throughout the night. Sauerkraut and bratwurst. That was exactly it, kid of mine. That's exactly what I had. But I plan on doing this. I'll probably be on, probably not tomorrow, probably the day after. Wait, the day after is Wednesday. Won't be unless it's in the morning. That's how you do wings. You're right, Dan. It was a great. I like wings in general. I was raised on them because my dad was cheap. I think that's where I got it from. And back then, the wing was the cheapest cut. So we would always eat wings. And he would go buy like a big old box of wings, and then he would cut all those little tips off, and he would make soup and broth out of the little tips. And then he would cook the rest of the wings. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for joining again. I will be back soon. We will do some more rolls, some more hunts. I will see you in the neighborhood, and I'll talk to you later.